Mansfield Cable Access presents Mansfield High School basketball. Tonight, the Mansfield girls take on Bishop Feehan in the opening round of the Mansfield Round Ball Classic. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Farinella, bringing you the play-by-play. And alongside is former Mansfield girls coach and former longtime Zavarian boys basketball coach Alex Salaki. And Alex, this is always a great take, the round ball tournament. Natick has won the first round game over Westford Academy, so the winner of this game will play a tall Natick game on Wednesday night. But right now, the Hornets certainly looking to improve upon their 8-13 record against a team that's 15-3 and going to be a high seed in the Division I tournament.
The Hornets, Mark, have been mixing up their defenses lately and surprising some teams with those defensive looks. So I'm interested to see what they come out with tonight to show Feehan early on.
All righty, the starting lineups tonight, Mansfield will send out Kelly Doherty, number 1, Ashley Santos, number 12, Becca Hodelman, number 15, Kayla Vine, number 23, and Brooke Barabee, number 33. The Shamrocks will send out Jillian Margetta, number 5, Lydia Mordarski, she's a Mansfield girl, number 11, Amanda Folan, number 20, Cameron Fourier gets the start tonight, the daughter of Christian Fourier, former Patriots tight end, number 24, and Kyla Cunningham, number 35. So they're going with a couple of bigs out there in Fourier and Cunningham has the ball right now, gets it over to Folan, and gets now the shot off, and will hit the three. So Folan starts the scoring for the Shamrocks with a three-pointer.
Mansfield's in a straight 2-3 zone, Mark, and straight 2-3 zone, and that shot there was from the gap area, and that's where you beat a 2-3 zone, from that gap.
Ashley Santos counters with a three-pointer from the top of the circle. So it's 3-3 with 7:19 left to go in the opening quarter. Bishop Feehan lost to King Philip in its last game. They were without their leading scorer, Haley Koupel, and the three-pointer is no good by Folan, and Santos comes away with the rebound. Haley Koupel is on the bench tonight. She is available to play. She had 6 stitches in an eyelid, I guess, which is why she didn't play in the King Philip game, but she is ready to play. Coach Amy Dolores, in her first year at the helm of the Shamrocks, replaced Mike Deedy, a real veteran of 22 years. Deedy had a 355-99 record at Bishop Feehan. Cunningham with the rebound has it taken away.
As soon as she brought that ball down, it was taken away.
And we'll have a foul as Kayla Vine tries to bring it up. And the foul is on Amanda Folan. That is her first. And the first foul of the contest for either team. Becca Hodelman has the ball. Now gives it off to Ashley Santos. Brooke Barabee.
Feehan's playing man, and Mansfield's running the traditional flex offense.
Barabee goes in with a mismatch and gets the basket. So Brooke Barabee gets her first 2 points. Mansfield has their first lead. Oh, I'm sorry, the second lead. First lead, it was the first lead. Anyway, Ashley Santos comes away with the rebound. Here comes Kelly Doherty. Kayla Vine now is going to challenge Cunningham, gets the ball blocked. Cunningham has the ball in her hands and gets it off to Lydia Mordarski, who quickly gets it up ahead to Folan, and now in to number 5. That's Jillian Margetta. Good passing by the Shamrocks there in a tie game, 5-5.
They moved that ball up court very quickly then, Mark.
And a collision and a steal by Margetta, and she's going to go in with 2 Hornets in hot pursuit. And the ball does not go in, but the follow does not go in either by Mordarski, and the ball goes out of bounds off Mansfield. Feehan will have it underneath. 5:31 left to go in the opening quarter. 5-5 is the score. And into the game comes Haley Koupel. Haley averaging 14 points a game. She's had a couple of really nice games. And Margetta scores, put Feehan up, and there'll be a timeout called by Mike Redding, I believe.
I don't think Mike Redding liked the way his team defended that inbounds play. That was too easy for Feehan right there.
So, the first timeout of the contest. And Mike is definitely diagramming something for the Hornets there. Redding, of course, he is a true veteran. and the second longest tenured coach in the Hockomock League. 22 years, 309 victories. Hornets come in having scored 1,023 points for an average of 48.7 a game. They have allowed 1,131 for an average of 53.9. And for the most of this second half of the season, that number, the second number, has been coming down. A couple of hiccups along the way. They gave up 72 to Oliver Ames and 67 to Franklin, but those are probably the two best teams in the Hockomock League other than Foxborough, who did put 65 on them in the first game of the year.
Feehan stays in a half-court man defense.
Kayla Vine gets it off to Santos. Hodelman in the right corner. Stolen away by Margetta, and here comes Feehan. Folan gives it back off to Margetta. Cross-court pass now to Kupel. Kupel likes to drive, but this time she has the ball knocked away, and here comes Santos. Santos tries to get up, but the pass is behind Hodelman. Cunningham came down with it, and Folan has it across the timeline. Margetta drops it off to Cunningham in the corner. She's not a three-point shooter, although she will try to pop in one every now and then. Sure, offensive skills seems to... She burst upon the scene as a sophomore last year, a transfer from Coyle Cassidy, and was lighting it up in some games, but she has concentrated a lot more on the rebounding ever since. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Folan will take the three. Bounces high, no good, and Barabee has the rebound. Being fought for, and a foul will be called on Jillian Margetta. So that's the second foul on the Shamrocks and the first on Margetta. 4:18 left to go in the first quarter. It's 7-5 Feehan.
So you just had Wager and Dooling come in the game?
All right. And we have raved about the freshman, Abby Wager. And Santos has the ball knocked out of her hands on the drive. And Hornet ball.
Mansfield's just trying to rush things offensively here. In the first couple of sets down, they used patience and got a good looks. Now they're trying to rush things.
All right, Santos tries to drop it to Barabee. She gets it. Barabee has it. It's knocked away. And so it comes into Margetta's hands. Quick up ahead to Folan, but it goes off her out of bounds as she goes to the court. And Feehan will substitute again, a couple more. Mackenzie Faraday comes in. And number 12 is Megan Repose. The Shamrocks do have pretty good team speed. And the Hornets may be respecting that maybe a little bit too much. But we shall see. Abby Wager's going to drive directly into the basket, no good. And Cunningham comes down with the rebound.
That was a good aggressive drive to the basket by Wager.
I can bet I'm going to be saying Cunningham comes down with the rebound a lot in this game. Kupel gets smacked in the head.
Yeah, she gets smacked.
Wager's making the drive in, no good. The rebound goes to Sarah Dooling, and there's a foul.
Yeah, she'll be shooting too.
On Haley Walmsley, number 10. That's the third foul against Feehan. No fouls against the Hornets so far in this contest, and Sarah Dooling will go to the line to shoot two. Dooling gets the first, and Casey Viking will come in for the Hornets for Brooke Barabee. Dooling does not get the second. Rebound is fought forward. She gets her own rebound and puts it in.
Nice job. Nice hustle.
Hornets take the lead 8-7 with 3:10 left to go in the opening quarter. Faraday gives it off to Margetta, now into the corner to Repose. Repose again has it at the elbow, gets it across the other side. The shot from the top is taken by Margetta, no good, and Viking has the rebound, keeps that ball nice and high, and the Hornets control.
That half-court zone by Mansfield was moving very nicely there.
And a foul on Faraday against Becca Hodelman as she was trying to bring the ball up the court. Again, only one foul on the player, 4 on the Shamrocks now, and 3 more, and we get to shooting. All right, here comes Santos, drops it off to Dooling. Dooling takes the long shot, no good. Rebound by Faraday. And she will bring the ball up. Now she pushes it up to Margetta, back to Faraday. Other side of the court now. Repose with the three-pointer.
That was a nice skip pass. Very nice skip pass, right to the shooter, right where she wanted to catch it.
Feehan takes the lead, 10-8. All right. Santos gets it over to Dooling at the top and she goes to drive, no good, and Cunningham comes down with the rebound. They're going to put that on a recording, I think. Repose over to Faraday. The corner now back. Shamrock's looking for a good shot from the perimeter. And it'll be a foul on Abby Wager. And that is the first foul called on the Hornets with 1:44 left to go in the first quarter. Mike Redding substitutes a few players here and there. Kayla Vine back in the ball game. Abby Prentice is in the ball game. The shot from the left side is good by Jillian Margetta.
That's that same spot. That spot is generally called the gap. You don't know if the front person or the low person is going to cover it.
13-8. Fisher Feehan in the lead. Kayla Vine will drive against the tall timber. Does not get it. Gets the rebound, slaps it back out to Viking. Viking shot no good. Dooling has the rebound. She'll go up, no good. And Fourier comes away with it, and there'll be a foul. And that foul is on Kayla Vine. Michaela Vine gets the second foul for the Hornets, and her first. Cunningham will come out. Might give Mansfield a little bit of break under the boards here.
Mansfield on a 1-3-1 right now.
Faraday brings the ball up. All right. In the corner, the shot is deflected by Mordarski, but Feehan keeps the ball. Now goes through Mordarski's legs, out of bounds.
Okay.
And the Hornets will have it now with 38 seconds left to go in the quarter. Here comes Kayla Vine. Kayla Vine on the drive, dishes to Viking, and she gets
nice pop.
About a 17-footer maybe?
Nice quick release on that. Yeah, I'd say about 17 feet.
10 points for the Hornets, 13 for the Shamrocks inside the last 20 seconds of play. Repose gets it back out. They're playing for the last shot here. Repose in the corner again. Now back out to Faraday. Now on the other side to Margetta.
She was not boxed out. I didn't see it.
And after one period, and I think we were both kind of screened on that shot a little bit, the Mansfield Hornets trail, and it's the second straight game I've done that. The Hornets trail Bishop Feehan 15-10. Yeah, Alex, I'm sorry. I didn't see that last shot.
Well, the girl came in from the weak side, was not boxed out, and grabbed it and laid it in. I just didn't see her number.
Okay, so at least we know there's one basket I'll have to chase between quarters. But anyway, right now, one thing is that Feehan is getting some of their outside shots. And, I mean, without Cunningham in the game there, to get a putback is a little bit more work than what they've had to do. Cunningham has gotten quite a few rebounds to this point. I'm not keeping them, unfortunately, but.
Well, Mansfield's playing pretty solid in the zone, but every once in a while, Feehan will find the gap area. The defenders don't know which defender is supposed to cover that person, and the person gets a wide open shot. Down the offensive end, Mansfield is still rushing things occasionally, and they're getting some good shots.
All right. Kayla Vine gives it off to Abby Wager here now. Abby Wager to Abby Prentice. Shamrocks are challenging the passes. Vine is going to try to take it on. Now she gives it off to Viking, no good. Viking battles for the rebound. and comes away with it. She's going to go underneath to Vine. Vine can't get the basket, and the rebound is by Cameron Fourier, and here she comes. Fourier, though, has it slapped away by Vine. Vine still controls it, even though there was a lot of pushing. The three-pointer by Wager's no good, but Prentice gets the rebound, and Kayla Vine will have it up at the top. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Wager to Dooling, and the pass is through the hands of Casey Viking, and it will be Bishop Feehan ball.
Okay, a few more subs here. Brooke Berry will be back in. And I didn't see who the other one was.
All right. Amanda Folan had brought the ball up, gave it off to Cooper. Now Cunningham has it in the corner. Back out to Folan. Fourier. And that basket is by Lydia Mordarski.
3-2 zone by Mansfield then, and quite often on the 3-2 zone, the middle will be wide open.
17-10 Feehan now. Ball is smacked away by Kopel, and a foul on Kayla Vine pushing off of Kopel. And as the second foul on Kayla Vine.
Becca Hartleman and Kelly Doherty back in.
6:37 left to go in the second quarter. Bishop Feehan leading 17-10. Cunningham gets it back out to Kopel. Folan. Kopel with a three. No good. Rebound by Ashley Santos. Here comes Becca Hartleman on the attack. Wager has it in the corner. And then the ball is slapped away, and now Kopel comes away with it. Kopel carries the ball but doesn't get called for it. A block by Wager, and Wager will come away with it on the shot by Amanda Folan. Gives it up to Hartleman.
Yep, that did look like a carry there.
Wager, the ball gets away from them. I wonder if there's some dead spots in this floor after all these years. A high dribble by Santos. The three is no good. And the rebound is by Fourier. Here comes Folan. Haley Kopel had 19 points in the game-winning basket against Bishop Fenwick. That was a game that I think she got the eye injury. Pass comes out to Folan, 11 seconds in the shot clock. On the other side to Fourier, she's going to launch the three, and it is deflected.
Blocked. That was deflected.
And here comes Becca Hartleman now with the ball for Mansfield. 5:16 left. Crosses over with the dribble. Wager. Wager will try to penetrate a little bit and gets it back out to Santos. The Hornets are having trouble with their passes. Bishop Feehan doing a good job of harassing.
That's a good point you make, Mark. Feehan's doing a great job of playing the passing lanes. Very
and
aggressive.
A foul on the drive by Hartleman. And I believe that foul is on Cunningham. That'll be her first. And that is the 5th team foul against Bishop Feehan. Becca Hartleman will go to the foul line to shoot. And she gets the first. Abby Prentice comes back in for the Hornets. Megan Repose comes back in for the Shamrocks. Hartleman gets both. 17-12. Mansfield trails by 5 here. Folan will take charge. She's a senior guard. She brings the leadership. Haley Kopel gets it in quickly, but back out. They like the skip pass, don't they?
Right, Mansfield did a nice job of playing that, recovering and being right at the spot where the girl caught the ball.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Cunningham's going to make the drive. No good, and Prentice comes away with the rebound.
Solid defensive stand by Mansfield on that sequence.
Becca Hartleman gives it off to Ashley Santos. Prentice was breaking, wasn't there, so Brooke Barabee has it. Now gets it back in the corner to Hartleman. Out to Doherty. Hornets working it around again. 7 seconds in the shot clock. The stop and pop by Santos is good.
Hornets did a great job of running that set flex offense very patiently there and getting a good shot out of it.
Nice little baseline shot by Santos. So Folan has the ball, and a timeout is called by Amy Dolores with 3:48 left to go in the first half. Bishop Feehan in a 17-14 lead. Well, Alex, you know what? We talk a lot about history of the game. How's this for history? Bishop Feehan has 18 1,000-point scorers, evenly distributed, 9 boys, 9 girls. Starts at the top with Casey Carney at 1,463 points over 67 games. And it goes all the way down to Ryan Sheehan, the current coach at Zavarian, with an even 1,000, which was scored in 43 games. I was at his game against Wareham in Taunton in 2010. It was a tournament game, a semifinal in the sectional, and he scored a very late basket in that game that put him over, and that was that. Wareham had some outstanding teams in those days too, so you knew he wasn't getting another game after that. So 18
probably one of the first girls to score 1,000 was Chris Basil, right?
Absolutely. Chris Basil, former Boston University head coach.
Yes.
1,042 points from 1969 to 73. And that was a transitional time in the game because it went from 6-girl ball to 5-girl ball.
Another solid defensive stand by Mansfield.
Hodelman loses the ball out of bounds, but it was smacked out by a Shamrock. So with 3:32 left, they will have the ball.
Mansfield's more aggressively covering the ball right now.
All right, Prentice inbounds it to Hodelman. Hodelman has Kopel on her looking to attack. And that's what the Shamrocks do. They attack. There's never been any doubt about what Feehan does on defense. A nice play, though. A great pass from Santos into Sarah Dooling.
Dooling did a great job coming off that screen.
And Feehan's lead is down to 1. And the outside shot is taken no good by Repose. The rebound is fought for, and Dooling comes away with it. Hodelman will meet and get through 3 players. Gets it off to Doherty for the 3, no good. Again, the rebound is fought for, and finally Amanda Folan comes up with it, and here comes Feehan. The stop and pop 3 is no good, but the rebound underneath is no good either by Margetta. The first shot was by Kupel, and now the Hornets come away with the ball. 2:30 left to go, and it's a 1-point deficit for Mansfield here in the first half of play. Abby Prentice has it in the left elbow. Now it's out back over to Santos from Dooling, so they return the favor there.
Excellent ball movement by Mansfield, finding the open man.
18-17, Mansfield in the lead. 2:06 left.
Back in the 2-3 zone now.
Kyla Cunningham dishes it off. Out to Kopel, no good, and the rebound by Santos. Here comes Doherty across the timeline. Has to pull up, waits for her teammates as they will set it up. 1:49 left. A nice spin move.
What a spin move. Nice
off
job.
to Dooling on the sideline, but no good. And here comes Megan Repose with the ball for Feehan. Stops, recovers a dribble and goes in for the layup. No good. And Dooling gets the rebound. She is trapped by a couple players. It goes off of a Feehan foot. No, it doesn't. I thought it did. But
that looked to me like it went off a Feehan leg.
I thought so too, but apparently not. And maybe a bit of a discussion, and I think they are going to go. The 2 officials are talking about it, and I don't think they have any idea what's going on at this point. It is green.
It's going to be
Mansfield ball. Right.
ball.
I think the one bald official over there said green ball, but I think he meant to say white ball. But anyway, it is Mansfield's ball, as we thought. It went off of a Feehan foot going out of bounds.
That looks like
if
the
we
right
could
call
see it from
me.
up here, I guess. Anyway. Barabee could not get her feet underneath there and travels.
She got caught up in a decision there. Was she going to go to the girl at the top of the key or the girl in the wing? And she just got caught up and took the extra step.
All right, Faraday will bring the ball across for Bishop Feehan. Shamrocks at the perimeter, looking for an inroad, and then they'll settle for the 3-pointer, which is no good by Repose. The Hornets come away with the ball. Here's Wager gets it blocked by Repose. Wager doesn't have that second gear yet. She will at some point, probably.
And Feehan hustles like crazy.
They do.
Back on
well, that is a trademark of Bishop Feehan basketball. They ought to really they ought to get the patent on it. They've been doing it for so long. All right, Abby Wager will take the three from outside. Does not go. Fourier with the rebound. Controls it, and here comes Feehan. Repose gives it back out top. Again, slight penetration, but nothing much. Cunningham now has it at the foul line. Takes a couple steps, gives it off in the corner to Fourier, no good. And the rebound is by Brooke Barabee.
Mansfield has really stepped it up defensively.
22 seconds left to go. The shot clock is off.
Ooh.
Steal by Faraday and a foul.
That's a good foul.
Foul is on Kelly Doherty. That will be her first. Only four by the Hornets in the first half of play. Casey Viking will come in. 16.1 seconds left. Feehan has the ball. Fourier in the corner. Back out top to Mordarski. The penetration in by Cunningham is good. Cunningham gets the basket. Only 4 points for the Shamrocks in this period. And that is the buzzer to end the first half of play. So, Alex, the game is close. Feehan with a 1 point lead. What has Mansfield done well in these last few minutes?
In the last few minutes, Mark, they've settled down offensively, been more patient because, as we've said, Feehan is very aggressive defensively. And Mansfield was rushing things for a while there and couldn't get a good look. But now they're getting some good looks at the offensive end. At the defensive end, they're doing a solid job.
So it is 19-18 Bishop Feehan after the first half of the girls' semifinal here at the Mansfield Roundball Classic. And we will be back with the second half of action in just a minute. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the James Albertini Memorial Gymnasium for the Roundball Classic here at Mansfield High School. The first girls' game, and the Mansfield Hornets trail Bishop Feehan 19-18. The winner of this game will play at 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday against Natick, which beat Westford Academy 48-32 in the earlier game today. I'll have the scoring for you right now. I'm Mark Farinella. I have Alex Salaki at my side and Maureen O'Neill on the camera, as always. And what we've had in the first half so far for the Hornets, Ashley Santos has 7 points. Becca Hodelman has 2. Brooke Barabee has 2. Sarah Dooling has 5. And Casey Viking has 2. For the Shamrocks, Jillian Margetta has 7 points. Lydia Mordarski has 2. Megan Repose has 5, and she had that mystery basket that neither Alex and I saw. And Amanda Folan has 3, and Kyla Cunningham has 2. So, 19-18 so far, and the Mansfield Hornets acquitting themselves well against a team that does come in here with a 15-3 record. But as I've been looking at the schedule, obviously it's been a tough year for Feehan. There were only 2 other teams in the Eastern Athletic Conference, which is going to fold at the end of this year. And so they've had to really scrounge for non-league games. They will be in the Catholic Central next year, so that'll make things easier. But, Alex, what does Mansfield have to do to take command of this game? And I know there's a couple of challenges out there, and I would say the 2 big girls, Fourier and Cunningham, present big challenges, but usually the challenges come out before that, though.
Well, I think Mansfield has to continue to be patient running their offense. They're running what I would call a variation of the flex offense, and there's a screen from the low block up to the high post. It's worked a couple of times very well for Mansfield, and then a few times they've tried to force the ball inside, and you've got those solid inside players for Feehan who are good enough to take that pass away. But running it patiently, they've come up with good shots, and I hope to continue to see them do that.
Well, the Shamrocks had won 6 straight games before they lost at King Philip, and they were leading that game for most of the way until King Philip just lit it up in the fourth quarter. The final score of that one on the 12th was 65-59. Their closest win was a 1-pointer at Bishop Stang, and Stang will be going with them to the Catholic Central this year. Their largest victory margin was 41 against Coyle Cassidy. And boy, if things change, Coyle used to be the dominant team among the smaller divisions in this state. And they've scored 998 points coming into the game, 55.4 average. They've allowed only 777, 43.2. Some of that could be the competition, although they had Archbishop Williams on the schedule, and they split with them this year. They had Bishop Fenwick on there twice. They'll be playing Fenwick to go in the future. And here we are to start the second half of play now, and Feehan has the ball. Amanda Folan tries to get it into Cunningham. Cunningham's going to take the baby hook. No good. The rebound is controlled by Fourier. Boy, those two kids already stepped up. The outside shot, no good. Fourier has another one. Another rebound, so Margetta gets the ball back. Cunningham, boy, I guess they're going to pound the ball inside, or try to anyway. This time Cunningham just loses it out of bounds. She tried to get by Barabee, but could not.
Feehan had quite a few nice opportunities there. Mansfield has to be a bit more aggressive defensively in that 2-3 set, just like they were for the second period.
I'm getting a feeling, too, that Feehan really wants to try to exploit the bigs. All right, Barabee from outside, no good. And the rebound is by Fourier. Folan takes it in from the baseline, gets it back out to Fourier. Fourier's going to try to make a move. Just a couple of nice little moves, but cannot get free for the shot. In the corner to Folan. Ball is out of bounds, and it will be deflected. The officials in a brief disagreement, but it is deflected off a Hornet, and it will remain in Bishop Feehan possession. 12 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 7:01 in the third quarter.
Middle wide open again there.
It was, but the pass to Margetta wasn't quite there. Now Cunningham's going to try to make the drive in with the baby hook, and this one falls. Cunningham does get this one to fall.
Sat on the rim for a few seconds there.
That it did. 21-18, Bishop Feehan now in a 3-point lead. It was up to 7 at one point, I believe. Hodelman's three is no good. The rebound is by Mordarski, and she will push the ball up, trying to get to Cunningham. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to go to the bigs.
Yep. I think at one point, Mark, I think it was 18-11. I think that was the biggest margin.
So the Hornets have done a good job to cut this one down. Obviously, the Hornets aren't going to the tournament this year, first time since 2013, but I'm sure they want to go out with a victory in their own tournament here at home. And they have had a lot of success. In fact, they're 7-1 in title games since 2009 and 4-1 in the last 5. Santos from outside, no good. Rebound is by Mordarski. She pushes the ball up quickly, but it's slapped away by Doherty. Comes back into Feehan's hands. Fourier misses the shot underneath, gets her own rebound. Now will push it up again, no good. Comes back out to Folan. Cunningham now will make the move in, does not get it, and Santos comes away with the rebound. Cunningham makes the move in, but then she just heaves the ball up.
Right.
Gotta find a place off that backboard to put it in. Ball is almost stolen away, not again, but not quite. Folan has it underneath. She'll go up for the shot, does not get it. It's off the back rim, and it goes out of bounds off Feehan, and Mansfield will have it with 5:30 left to go in the third quarter.
Both teams need to settle down here a bit.
Yeah, there does seem to be a little too much, a few jitters or something. Trying to get things accomplished too fast. Hodelman is in a mess here, but gets out of it, gets it to Doherty. Santos now gets it in to Hodelman. Hodelman's going to challenge the bigs. They didn't even try to stop her. Nice lay-in by Becca Hodelman.
Nice give and go by Hodelman. And she did a great job maintaining her composure when she was double-teamed.
Folan's outside shot, no good. Rebound by Barabee.
Strong rebound.
The Hornets are getting those rebounds over the taller Cunningham. The outside shot now by Santos, no good. Rebound on the floor. And Vine gets away with it, but it is blocked by Folan. Vine gets her own rebound. Now she goes with the reverse layup.
Up and under. What a beautiful up and under move
and the
by
Hornets
Vine.
regain the lead, 22-21. Kayla Vine never quit on that ball.
Nice tip by Rebecca Hodelman.
And, that's one of the things last year when Rebecca Hodelman first started making an impact on the Hornet varsity. her defensive skills were very impressive. Obviously, she's been slowed a little bit by the off-season knee surgery, but you can see she's fighting and trying to regain that skill, and it's in her heart. She's doing the best she can with it. All right, Feehan tries to penetrate with that pass, and the shot by Margetta goes in at the buzzer.
Right at the buzzer.
23-22, Feehan back in front. 3:54 left to go in the third quarter. Well, this one's turning into a good one.
Let's hope that's not the shot that kills you in this game.
The drive by Santos.
Drive.
Santos with a power drive. 24-23, Mansfield back in front. Repose is at the top of the Feehan offense here. And now Mordarski brings around, tries to penetrate with it, and it does get it inside to Cunningham. Not exactly the way it was drawn up, but it worked.
It worked, and Mansfield needs a little better rotation defensively.
All right. Feehan steals the ball away.
3-on-1 here.
Repose dishes it off to Margetta, and Margetta gets the score. Now Feehan has 8 points in the quarter. Mansfield 6. It's 27-24. Bishop Feehan up. 2:51 left to go, and another steal. Mordarski gives it off to Faraday. Timeout called by Mike Redding after the transition score. 2:42 left to go in the third quarter, and Feehan now is in a 29-24 lead. Alex, a couple of steals here serving the Shamrocks well.
Right, Mansfield needs to attempt a different way to start their offense. The sideline thing isn't working right now. Feehan's overplaying it and coming up with steals.
Well, Mike Redding is imploring his Hornets to get themselves open and to get the ball to the person who is open.
I would say fake to the sideline and then pump it to the middle and then go right to the basket.
Last year, these two teams met in the championship game, and Mansfield came away with a 43-22 win. Again, Feehan had a really good record coming into last year's game. They finished 13-9 last year. They actually lost to Needham in the second round of the Division I South tournament, and Needham is going to be one of the favorites in Division I this year, along with Bridgewater, Raynham, and there are a couple other good teams in Division I this year. And, of course, the really good team, Franklin, is in Division I Central, and whoever wins these games will probably end up facing them at some point. All right, Kelly Doherty will take the ball across in high speed for the Hornets. Dooling gives it back to Doherty. Doherty's trapped in the lane, but she'll take the shot. And the ball goes out of bounds off Feehan. So probably a good thing by Doherty. She knew that she was on the verge of getting a 3-second call there, and so she had to put a shot up, and she was able to get the ball back for the Hornets. Here comes Vine. Will stop. The ball is deflected a little, but the rebound by Santos right there where she needed to be.
That was a much-needed basket right there.
Faraday back to Repose, back to Faraday, back to Mordarski. Neither of the bigs are in the game right now for Feehan.
Ooh, they almost had that steal.
Mordarski with the drive through traffic, and she scores. Well, she's from Mansfield, but you can't put the points up for Mansfield. And another steal. And out of bounds is the call on the steal attempt by Repose. So the Hornets will have the ball with 1:45 left to go in the quarter. But you can see Feehan is really taking a few more chances trying to get the ball away from the Hornets, and so far it's worked.
And it's all happening right here on the sideline.
Yep.
Mansfield needs to use the rest of the court.
Yeah, can't get trapped along the sideline, which they have been. All right, Abby Wager has the ball now. Prentice cut across, but Wager will take the outside shot, no good. Rebound fought for, and Dooling comes away with it underneath the Viking, but it's slapped away. What a nice idea, but what a nice play, too, by Faraday. All right. Margetta gives it back out. Again, at the perimeter. Quick little move inwards, but Feehan takes it back out. Will go out to the corner now. And that shot is by Repose.
Excellent ball movement by Feehan there. They used the entire court.
34-26. Feehan threatening to pull away a little bit here. Doherty to Wager. Wager will bring it across. Now sees Prentice for the three. Prentice nails it.
That's it, outside in. They went from the sideline to the middle to the other side of the court.
Again, a very much needed basket there. Yeah, Allie Prentice. Good job by her. All right, Faraday will take the ball back out to survey the situation a little bit. Mike Redding's going to substitute a few players here. 23 seconds left to go. 6 on the shot clock. Feehan still has it out back. The drive and the scoop shot, and it goes by Mordarski. Clock was running out on her. Did the only thing she could do, and I think the foul is on Wager, I believe.
Yep, Mordarski did a great job of maintaining her control as she got that ball to the basket before the clock sounded.
Well, they haven't put the foul up yet. I believe it was on Abby Wager. And they're looking for some clarification along the scorer's table too. But I thought I saw him put 2 fingers up and said it was. And we'll see what's going on here. There doesn't seem to be any clarification forthcoming yet.
I think the official that called the foul didn't realize that the basket scored.
And the foul is on Viking, and the shot is good. 37-29, Bishop Feehan in the lead. 12 seconds left. The Hornets have the ball. And it's almost stolen again, but Hodelman comes away with it, and there is a foul. And the foul is on Jillian Margetta. That's her second. Only the first on the Shamrocks, as opposed to they had quite a few in the first half. I think they had 5 or 6 fouls in the first half. Still, nobody's going to be shooting in this game for a while. Hodelman will make the drive, and a foul. Was it before the shot? And it again is on Faraday.
I'd say it was before the shot.
I believe that's Faraday's third. That's what they have up on the board. 2.7 seconds left. The Hornets will inbound underneath the basket. Quick out to Prentice, no good, and the ball is covered by Repose. And that is the end of the third quarter of play. And the Bishop Feehan Shamrocks have pulled away a little bit. It's 37-29 in their favor over the Mansfield Hornets with 8 minutes left to go. Alex, what went wrong for the Hornets there?
Well, Feehan threw a 1-2-2 full court press at them, forced the ball to the sideline, and forced Mansfield into a handful of turnovers. Feehan had a 3-on-1 break, then a 2-on-1 break, and that turned the tide of the game right there.
Feehan outscored Mansfield 18-11 in the third quarter of play, so the Hornets might be looking at a consolation round game, which would be at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and that would be against Westford Academy. But there's still 8 minutes of basketball left to be played here.
Yeah, and Feehan has never had more than, an 8 or 9 point margin in this game?
This is probably their largest lead of the contest right now. The Hornets' closest win this year was a 2-pointer at Sharon on the 20th of December. And now we are here for the fourth quarter of play. Alex Salaki, Mark Farinella, Maureen O'Neill on the camera. Happy to be bringing this to you, and we will be having the second game, the boys' game against Needham, after the conclusion of this one, and they will show it to you on cable at some other time.
This has been a game of runs, Mark, so we'll see if Mansfield has another run in them.
Allie Prentice has the ball for Mansfield. Kind of holds on to it for a second, now gives it off to Santos. Brooke Barabee was breaking, tries to throw up a spinner, gets her own rebound. She's got 2 people on her, so she tries to get it out, and the ball is a tie-up between Prentice and Mordarski, and it will go to Feehan on the alternating possession.
That play worked perfectly for Mansfield, but the ball didn't go in the hole. Still, it was a nice, patiently run play.
Repose over to Kupel. Folan gets it across to Repose again. Now back across court. Inside quickly, but now back out to Kupel at the top. No good. Rebound is fought for, but Kupel comes away with it. And it goes off her leg and out of bounds, so Mansfield will get the ball. Sarah Dooling comes back into the contest for Becca Hodelman for Mansfield.
Jillian Margetta just came back in for Feehan, Mark.
And Kayla Vine will bring the ball up. Immediately meets with Kupel, a couple of bumps. That's the way Feehan plays defense. They will do what the law allows and then some. As long as the officials let it go, that's what they do. The outside shot by Prentice, no good. Rebound fought for, and Dooling comes away with it. Dooling will start it over again. Prentice, I know it's Vine cutting. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds, but there's a foul.
I think she's at the line for 2.
A foul is on Jillian Margetta. That is number 2 on her. Kayla Vine gets the first. Only 3 points in the game for Kayla Vine so far. Her scoring totals have kind of dropped a little bit recently as the Hornets have actually spread the offense around a little bit more. But that's another one for her. And a timeout call quickly, and I believe that was by Mike Redding after the shot. So it was 37-32. Bishop Feehan up by 5 over the Hornets. 6:41 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, Mike is trying to see if he can grab a momentum change here. Feehan has never had a lead of more than 8 in this game, correct?
I don't think it was. I think it was 9. It was the largest.
Okay.
I think.
Mansfield has it back down to 5, and I don't believe Feehan has scored yet this period.
You were correct, sir.
Okay, so this is a chance for Mansfield to have a little bit of a run to get this game a little bit closer. We'll see if they come out doing anything different.
Feehan's largest win this year was 41 points on the 17th of January against Coyle Cassidy, and I think that might show you just what's happening to Coyle these days. New coach, very quickly shrinking enrollment. They are not going to the Catholic Central League. They're going to be on their own. I've heard that they've wanted to get into the Mayflower League, but the Mayflower League is balking at having a Catholic school in its midst. And others are telling me that, like Sacred Heart in Kingston is closing up. Some of the Catholic schools are not lasting too long in our part of the state. But Feehan is healthy and lose the ball out of bounds, but they will get it back, and Folan will inbound it.
What Feehan ran for the first time tonight, there was a double stack at the elbows with two picks being set at the elbows to free up the ball to the wing.
Rebound, ball is slapped away by Vine, and the Hornets come into possession after Dooling controls it. So here comes Vine. Kopel on her. Vine's going to go through the traffic and score.
That was a nice left-handed layup.
And she had to take the ball off her hip to get to the layup there. I didn't think she was getting the ball up there at time. I think they want to get a little bit larger in the line, and Cunningham will be coming back in for the Shamrocks. But in the meantime, Mordarski hits.
Yeah, she needs to be covered on that. Someone's got to step up and close her out on that. No, they gave her 2 on that.
Yep, that was a 2. Santos with the step back, no good, but the rebound is saved by Dooling. Dooling's playing a nice game tonight.
Nice hustle.
And
nice
Vine
hustle.
collides on the layup. She will go to the foul line to shoot. The foul is called on Margetta, and that's her 3rd. And Kayla Vine will shrug off the sting and, and go to the foul line. Vine hits the first. And Feehan is getting a little bit bigger, but no, they're bringing Fourier out. So just the Cunningham's presence is something they need in the lane right now. 39-35. The Hornets can cut it to 3 points on this one, and they do.
Yeah, plenty of time left in this game. Hornets have done a nice job of gaining a little of the momentum back.
Vine has all 6 of the Hornets' points in the quarter.
Hornets are playing man-to-man now. Here's this double high post.
Cunningham turns around now. She's going to drive. Does right over the basket and into the hands of Becca Hottleman. I'm sorry. Yes, it was. Vine shot no good. Rebound is pulled out by Doherty. Ball went over the head of Cunningham. Doherty was right there to get it. She'll drop the 3, no good. And Mordarski with the rebound for Feehan, and she's off to the races. Dishes underneath to Cunningham, but Cunningham gets it back out. 3-point attempt is no good by Repose, and Mansfield has the ball. Santos stops and pops. Good. Santos could have gone to the basket, but she felt comfortable with taking the jumper, and a timeout was called by Amy Dolores as Mansfield is pulled back to within 1 point, 39-38, with 4:38 left to go in the fourth quarter here.
So if I'm correct, Mark, that's a 9-2 run to start this quarter
that
for
it
Mansfield?
Is.
Okay.
No, I think, no, actually, that is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10-2 run to start the quarter. Okay.
Hang on for a second, Alex. Tell me a little bit about what Feehan's defense is.
Well, what Feehan is doing, defensively, is they're playing a man-to-man look, and Mansfield has been fairly patient in running a variation of the flex offense. What Mansfield has switched to also is a man-to-man, and Feehan is trying to run a double high post set with screens out to the wing area. It's worked well a couple of times. They're getting the ball into the middle, and they've gotten some good shots. But Mansfield still has the momentum right now with this 10-2, or is it a 9-2 run to start the?
Well, that's the good question, because there's a question at the scorer's table. They asked me, and of course I'm not official. I believe that basket by Santos was a 2, right? But they put up 3 on the board. So.
And the Feehan coach, did she question it?
Yeah,
you know?
Peter Gobus, who was sitting nearby, says it's 38 as well. So the foul is called on Becca Hottleman. That will be her first. So
I think that score's right.
well, I guess so. We're going to have to live with it anyway. Anyway, the rebound by this and a foul. The foul is on number 20 by Bishop Feehan, and that is Amanda Folan, as Kayla Vine was trying to bring the ball up. So they must have given Santos a 3. Either Santos or Vine have the 2 baskets, and one of them was a 3. So I thought Santos was inside the circle myself. So whatever the case may be, Vine will take a 3. No question about that one. No good. Rebound fought for, and Faraday comes away with it, and now she'll have the ball, bring it across. Feehan pushes up. And has to pull back as the Hornets are back on defense. Now Faraday's going to drive, and she does have the lane open, and she gets the basket.
That was solid penetration, but could see a little more help on that type of drive.
41-38, Feehan leads. Doherty avoids the steal, gets it back out to Hottleman. Hottleman with a spin move. She's going to get back out to Doherty, now over in the corner to Dooling. Dooling off the top of the backboard, and a foul is called on the rebounding, I believe, and it was on, I think it's on Margetta.
Number 5.
And that would be 4 on Margetta.
Yeah, looks like she's on her way out, Mark.
And Cameron Fourier comes back in. I almost called her Christian. Oh, my. I had a lot of years dealing with Christian Fourier in the Patriots locker room. All right. Doherty will have the ball at the top of the key. Sets up the offense. Kayla Vine. Now to Dooling. Dooling's going to make a couple of steps. Fires one up, doesn't get it. Rebound by Santos will fall.
Nice job.
Santos was there, and she got it. 41-40. It's back to a 1-point deficit for the Hornets. Folan gives it off to Repose. Faraday now back to Folan. Folan's going to have the opening. Misses the layup, and it's Hottleman's ball, and Hottleman will bring it up. Pushing the ball up, has to blow up, but Hottleman still has it. And now she falls down, but the ball goes into the hands of Dooling. Her shot does not go. The ball is on the ground. Vine comes away with it. Mike Redding was calling for a timeout. Did he get it?
We've got a jump ball from one official.
I think Redding was calling for the official on the baseline. So we'll see what they do. And they will call it a jump ball.
Jump ball. It looks like it's going to be
Mansfield. Oh, it's Mansfield's possession, I believe. Yeah. It is.
It is, yep. Good.
2:28 left to go. It's a 1-point game. Feehan 41, Mansfield 40. Becca Hottleman will inbound. Gets it out to Vine. Vine challenges 2, stops, turns and looks back to Dooling. Hottleman will now have it. Hottleman's going to reverse course, now spin in and tries to, there's a kick ball is called, and a new clock for Mansfield. So with 2:17 left to go, the Hornets have the ball and a full 30 seconds. Again, Hottleman will inbound. Underneath the Santos.
Look.
She goes up against 2 players and gets it. She protected the ball.
And she was patient to let that play develop.
Protected the ball on the play. But a drive by Feehan coming back, no good, and a foul. And the foul is called on Hottleman. And that will send Mackenzie Faraday to the line. She has 4 points in the contest. No free throws yet. Has not gone to the line yet. The Hornets, of course, are up by 1 right now. And still up by 1. 42-41. 2:05 left to go. This would be a feather in the Hornets' cap. No question about it. And the second. So it's a tie ball game. 42-42. New game. 2:05 left to settle this one or more.
Feehan in full court man-to-man pressure now, but they're softening it a bit after the ball came in.
Showed it to made the Hornets think about it, but
yep.
Hottleman, however, is not deterred much. Gives it back out to Vine. She's a little bit too far out, and she is fouled by Folan. No question about that foul.
And that's 1-on-1.
So that is the 3rd foul on Amanda Folan. Fourth quarters have not been comfortable for the Shamrocks in the games that I've seen. Kayla Vine has 6 points in the quarter, 8 for the game, gets that free throw.
What's she at the free throw line, Mark?
Well, right now she is 5 for 5. And let's hope that we have not jinxed her.
Yep, and we didn't.
We did not.
We did not.
Good for us.
Mansfield playing man-to-man.
44-42 Mansfield with 1:46 left to go.
It's a half-court pickup.
A very encouraging quarter, and Amy Dolores calls timeout. So Bishop Feehan takes a breather on the sideline to try to see what they're going to do now. 1:41 left to go. It's 44-42. Peter Gobus is going to go look at the scorebook that is kept by Teresa DiGirolamo Nyhan. And as I've said before, one of the best scorekeepers in the business.
Do people still keep the running score, Mark, when they're doing the scorebook?
They have to.
They have to. Okay.
I don't. Well, what I do whenever I'm covering a game normally, or as I would have the all the scoring totals and reboundings and all that on one sheet, and then I would have a separate notebook on the other side where I do the running. So I do an awful lot of writing during a game.
But you can't talk and do that at the same time.
No, that's one of the times. I'm very aggressive about telling people to shut up when they're talking to me at times like that. This is a lot easier. I can keep a scorebook here.
I could be wrong about this, Mark, but I have both teams using 3 timeouts so far, meaning they have 2 remaining.
Well, we shall see.
For each team. So this could be a long minute and 41 seconds here.
And right now there is a discussion going on about what was on the scorebook, and I think that one little point that we were wondering about might be a matter of discussion. Teresa's going over to the Feehan scorekeeper. Now, remember, folks, the home book is the official book. So whatever Teresa DiGirolamo has in that book, if she's willing to correct it, she has that option. But right now,
my recollection is that the score was 39-36 Feehan, and then Mansfield hit a 2, making it 39-38.
So well, let's see what the issue will be.
Home book is right, is what the official.
All right, so the score is 43-42 Mansfield.
So, a point was taken away there. They had 44-42 up on the board a second ago.
Okay. So that basket by Santos was a 2.
So
that's the one that was the question. All right, and a foul underneath. Coop, that is Fourier that will go to the line.
Fourier goes to the basket hard and under control.
The foul was on Ashley Santos. That's only her first. But Fourier will go to the foul line. Her brother Caleb is going to Colorado to play football, I believe. Caleb actually was playing basketball for a couple years and then decided to settle on football for a potential career. Gets both, and Feehan is back up by 1. 44-43. 1:28 left to go.
Okay, here's the 1-2-2 full court press.
Doherty bounces it off of Folan to preserve the possession. Folan was covering her closely and trapping her in the corner. All right, Vine has it now. Hornets have 26 on the shot clock. Vine's just going to keep going underneath to Dooling. She is fouled.
Yep, she got hit hard.
And I believe that's by Folan. Well, let's see. I did not get the hand signal there.
But that's what the defense has to do in that situation. You have to make the girl make 2.
I think they called that on Fourier. That is her first. And Dooling makes the first. So it's 44-44 with 1:17 left to go. Sarah Dooling at the foul line. Does not get the second, and Amanda Folan comes away with the rebound. It's knocked away briefly, but Fourier gets it back to Folan. And Mordarski will bring it across for Feehan. 1:08 left. Tie game. Fourier over to Faraday, now back out top to Folan. 7 on the shot clock. The drive by Mordarski and a foul. And the foul will be on Sarah Dooling. That's her first.
And that is called a non-shooting foul.
Out before the shot. 50.3 seconds left. (44-44). You wore 44, didn't you, my friend? And 45 on the road. We know that.
For home games. For some odd reason, that's how they did it back
then. A timeout call by Bishop Feehan on the inbound. They didn't like what they saw. Maybe they wanted to see how Mansfield was defending it. So with 50.3 seconds left to go, it remains a tie game, and we have a timeout.
And we'll see if Coach Redding mixes up the way he's defended it now. Does he come out in a different defense, show them a different look?
Well, I think Mike Redding just said he has 2 timeouts left, I believe. And they've got a couple of fouls to kill. So.
Yep, he does have him. That's what I have him as, with 2 timeouts left. On this inbound play, I would focus on trying to keep the ball out of Fourier's hands. Because if she's getting it, she's going right to the basket with it.
You know, it kind of surprises me a little bit that Kyla Cunningham is not out there. Let's see. I don't think she was no, she's not going to be out there for this. I would want a tall player out there just in case. But her offensive skills, again, I think she's a junior. They're going to have to work on them in the offseason a little bit. Her rebounding is incredible. All right, Fourier has the ball. She gets the fall away, no good, though. And the rebound is in the hands of Brooke Barabee. Brooke Barabee waits till everybody clears out and gives it off to Hodelman. Hodelman will bring it across.
Excellent position by Barabee.
Timeout call by Mansfield now to set up a play with 37.9 seconds left. Still a tie game.
That was an interesting inbounds play down there because Fourier came right down from the weak side elbow, got the ball, but I feel that she probably rushed that shot a bit. She could have gotten a better look, maybe an up fake, and then a better look off the glass and in.
37.9 seconds left.
So where's Mansfield inbounding right here? Are they going to inbound right here on the sideline in front of us?
I have a feeling. Now, that's one thing about the new rules in college women's basketball that I cannot stand. They have gone to the NBA style of calling a timeout back way down at that end, and you advance the ball to half court. I don't like that. I've never liked that. If you call a timeout back there, you should have to take the ball the whole way.
Okay, so Mansfield did call the timeout back there, and that's where they're
but
taking it in.
Those are the women's college rules now. Of course, a lot of those I've had to really get used to when I watch a college game because they have 5 fouls in your shooting, but then they wipe the slate clean for the next quarter. Now that they've gone to 4 quarters.
Wait a sec. Now they're coming up here.
I guess
they called the timeout right here when they came over half court.
And that's what it's where it should be. Okay. So
Feehan in a 2-3 zone.
Hodelman will give it off to Vine. Hodelman dumps it inside, and it goes back out to Santos for the 3, no good. And Fourier with the rebound, and really
20 seconds
assertive
left.
about it. 17.2 seconds left. Folan has the ball, and a foul is going to be called on Kayla Vine, I believe.
Yeah, Mansfield had a foul to give. Stop the clock.
That'll be your third. 15 seconds left to go. And the shot clock is off. Feehan will take it out from the far sideline. Across the line, it goes to Faraday. Faraday's going to take it over into the corner to Fourier. Fourier's shot is no good. Dueling, battling for the rebound, gets it. Gets the ball to Vine. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and she's pulled down from behind.
That is
and are they calling that they are calling that a intentional foul.
Intentional foul
on Faraday. That would be her 4th, but that is 2 shots and possession
with 2.3 seconds left.
2.3 seconds left. Oh my! To me, it looked like a foul, but it didn't necessarily look like it was intentional. But it is to the benefit of the Hornets right now, and we will see what Kayla Vine can do with it. 2.3 seconds left. She gets the first one to give the Hornets the lead.
Oh, Mark, what I saw is the Feehan girl pull the Mansfield girl down from behind. I think she grabbed her wrist area, arm area.
Vine does not get the second one, but the Hornets will have possession with 2.3 seconds left and a 45-44 lead. Mike Redding calls timeout.
That should be his last timeout.
Well, how about that?
Now, where's the ball going to be inbounded here? Under the basket?
It should be.
Or is it at half court?
I have no idea. That is an interesting call, folks. And right now the Hornets are looking like they're in good shape for an upset, but we have seen strange things happen before in basketball.
A lot can happen in 2.3 seconds.
And this could be very important to the Shamrocks in terms of their seeding, because right now they came into this looking like they would have the number 3 seed in Division I, but there are teams around that area. So, one, they could end up, dropping down a little bit because of this loss. Westford Academy as a team, I think they are on a par with. I don't think they're much better than them. I don't think they're any worse than them. If they were playing, the one thing, the Hornets will end up playing Natick, and Natick is very tall, so the Hornets are going to have to play fundamentally strong and aggressively to counter that height. It's not really refined, but here we go. 2.3 seconds left.
Inbounded deep. Inbounded
Doherty
deep.
will hold it, and she is fouled. Fouled by Faraday, and that will be her 5th. With 0.4 of a second left, Kelly Doherty will go to the line looking for her first point of the night. And it's almost at that point. All they can really do is inbound the ball. They won't even have time to get off a shot no matter what happens here, unless there's a slow finger on the clock. Doherty gets the first. And gets the second. Kelly Doherty makes it a 47-44 lead, and the Shamrocks don't even try to take a shot. That is the ball game, folks. Alex, the Mansfield Hornets come away with another feather in their cap in what has been a long but improving season every step of the way. 47-44 win over the Bishop Feehan Shamrocks.
That was a fantastic win. Now tell me something, Mark. How many points did the Shamrocks score in the second half?
Well, they had 18 in the third quarter and 9 in the fourth. So
Mansfield's run at the beginning of the third quarter was the key. Mansfield's 10-2, which later we found out was actually 9-2 run, really switched the momentum in this game, got Mansfield back into it, gave them some confidence, and started to break down some of the things that were working for Feehan.
An 18-9 fourth quarter for the Mansfield Hornets, and as a result, they improve to 9-13. One of those losses does not count because it was one of those endowment games that they have. But anyway, still from where they started out this year, 1-6, to come back that far, even though they're not going to the tournament, the improvement in the Hornet team has been undeniable every step of the way.
Well, I've only seen 2 games for the Lady Hornets this year, Mark.
And they're 2-0 with you.
Are they still called the Lady Hornets?
They're just called the Hornets.
Okay. I've seen 2 games, and I've been very impressed with the way that they play defense, and I've been very impressed with their patience on offense. And I think with a lot of underclassmen on the team, they should be a solid club next year.
All righty. Well, again, the victory is the Mansfield Hornets, and that is the situation here. They will be playing Natick at 5:30 in the afternoon on Wednesday here in the championship game of the Mansfield Round Ball Classic for girls. And so we will have another game for you momentarily. I will have a new partner with me, but in the meantime, for Alex Salaki and for Maureen O'Neill on the camera, I'm Mark Farinola. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Good afternoon.